So I've been thinking about this, right? And I don't think Thierry Henry was a natural finisher, and I don't really see him as a natural finisher.
Look at him, he's an Arsenal fan.
Arsenal fan.
Was your striker? Your Arsenal's god. Was he a natural finisher?
He isn't. Think about it.
You know what? He might not have been a natural finisher.
No,
but he was a finisher.
But you need to answer the question.
Natural, no, because like he's been on the wings for the initial part of his career. He maybe learned the trade of being a striker.
Yeah.
But does the fact that he was a finisher make it, and the fact that he performed just as good as the so-called natural finishers, does that take away from the fact that he was just as good as them because he wasn't a natural finisher?
You know what? I'm gonna slide to his side a bit because I think when he first came to Arsenal, he was not a natural finisher. However, I don't know if it's actually possible to actually become a natural finisher.
I don't think so.
I think it is. I think by the time he left Arsenal, that's why the biggest club in the world came from, because he became a natural finisher. I mean, when you're backheeling the ball, facing away from goal, and that's instinct. That's not having to think. When you're flicking the ball against United and banging volleys like all over the place.
He played on the wing at Barcelona.
But that comes with experience and that comes with playing football.
Yeah, and I feel like that becomes natural.
No, it
becomes natural to you.
So what is a natural finisher?
So I'm talking about
a natural finisher for me is someone who's in the right place at the right time to score goals.
No, but from day one, right? From day one, I'll give you an example. Robbie Fowler, Michael Owen. Who else do we have in the Prem? Van Nistelrooy, Shearer, right? From day one, 17 years old.
Okay, wait. Can I ask a question? I know this guy is not in the Premier League, but he was in the Premier League. Ronaldo is Ronaldo a natural finisher?
Ronaldo?
Ronaldo's not a natural finisher. He's not a natural finisher.
He's a finisher.
Ronaldo
He's not natural.
Wait, he's not a natural
Wait, he's
finisher.
got to be a natural finisher.
How?
Surely.
Ronaldo is not a natural finisher.
Of course he is.
How is he a natural
Left
finisher?
foot, right foot.
Wait, how can someone who is scoring the most goals in the world
that's more to do with the quality rather than him being a natural finisher.
I think there's a difference in the I think what he's trying to say is that when you say natural finisher, that means that
it's from day one.
It's like a God-given
From day one.
ability to do.
That they didn't have
Yeah, but there's a number of that. Well,
Yeah,
obviously,
exactly.
but then the truth of the matter, what actually really matters is here and now, not when you were born and came out of your mom's womb.
It's not.
It's here and now that matters.
That's what.
It's here and now that matters. And Ronaldo is a natural finisher. Henry became a natural finisher.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think you can become a great finisher, a world-class finisher, but you can't become a natural finisher. Because I've seen natural finishers from day one. As soon as they walk into that pitch, you're like, oh my goodness, yeah.
Okay, name me a current natural finisher in the Premier League.
In the Prem.
Aguero, surely.
Aguero, I agree.
From day one, the guy hits the ball, you know it's going in.
Yeah,
right. He knows where to be. Like the amount of times I've just seen him pop out of nowhere, I'm like, alright, cool, that's it.
Yeah, but then that means your point is valid then. He was playing on the wing.
Yeah, but
he was playing on the wing then.
What for who?
Henry?
No, I'm talking about Aguero.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying that point is valid then. Henry is probably not because he was playing on the wing.
Yeah,
but if he was playing up front from early,
I'm not
then he
sure.
probably would.
To go back to the term natural finisher,
Yeah.
if it's natural, that means it's not a developed thing per se or trained thing.
That's what I'm saying.
It's just something you're
You
able
have.
to.
So
It's
then,
something you have.
You have.
So when we're talking, if we're going to be very like pedantic about it, about a natural finisher, then that's only limited to maybe like I don't know 5 people.
That's what makes them special though.
Okay.
That's what makes them special.
So can I count out one person then?
Go on.
Because I had an argument with my friends. I can't wait for them to see this. So the second highest Premier League goal scorer is Andy Cole. They all said that he was a natural finisher.
Yeah.
I don't believe he was a natural finisher.
I'm a United fan.
Andy Cole needed at least 3 or 4 chances a game. Yeah. And for me personally,
Do you know what?
Did you say
finisher?
Sorry, I don't know why we haven't said it. Social.
Yeah, he's a natural finisher. He is. Absolutely, yeah.
Social.
He's on par with Robbie Fowler. Like,
Yeah.
he just knows. He just knows where to be. Like, he knows how to finish.
So,
It don't matter. Like, it doesn't mind how he gets the ball. Just get to it.
Yeah.
And he can finish it.
my man. My next story.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Like,
Yeah.
Natural.
Without
natural.
Okay. But for me, personally, I will still stick. I know you know clarified it a bit, but I think that Henry is a natural finisher. Like I know you're being very detailed, like from day. But the thing is, if you gave him the same amount of chances as you were giving the likes of who we said Aguero, Fowler, Owen, at their peak, he was scoring the same amount of goals.
Yeah, but so he's a world-class finisher, but it wasn't natural. I'm trying to think of something, right? What else is natural? That what other footballer have you seen, and then from day one you're like, this is natural.
Of course, but then that's that. But a lot of things come into that. For instance, I know I keep doing this, sorry, I'm taking away from the Premier League. But then Messi, for example, he's obviously a naturally gifted player who can run with the ball. That's a fact. But then again, you've got players who can equally, maybe not as nicely do it, can run with the ball. So you've got people like Robin who you know what he's going to do. He's going to come onto his left. But you can't do anything because he's naturally, that's how he's been playing since birth. But it doesn't take away that the likes of Neymar can run from one end of the pitch to the other.
No, I'm not saying so being natural is not a good thing. I'm just trying to
I'm just saying
between the two. It doesn't mean you're better. Because and the way they finish as well, the way they finish their chances, right? You can just tell, like,
you're right. Because to be fair, like there's some players that if they were to be like running on towards goal, like you'll turn off the TV, like
Lukaku. I don't know about Lukaku. Hey, listen, we were talking about Lukaku. I ain't recovered from that.
But it's true, like there's some players like you know what they're gonna do. Like there's no point finding out what's gonna happen.
Harry Kane.
Now,
natural.
I think he's natural. But there's some players that will be like, I don't know.
Do you know why I'm not too sure? Because he's not done that from day one.
Wait, who do you support?
I'm a Spurs fan.
That's why.
What he is?
Natural.
You don't think he is?
That's why. That's the only reason why.
He's not done it from day one.
That's the only reason why.
The thing is,
how can a natural striker be put on loan?
Have you heard of it?
Have you ever heard of it? What?
At the start.
I don't agree with that.
What? At the start, Harry Kane was nowhere near the
player. Exactly. So developed. Exactly. Developed.
90%, in fact, 95% of Tottenham fans will have to admit that we wanted to get rid of Harry Kane.
You shouldn't.
All of a sudden, November came, when Poch came, and he just started scoring goals out of nowhere. So if we're talking about natural,
he's not.
Harry's not a natural.
But he's a world-class finisher.
He's a world-class
finisher. I disagree with that. Reason being is because there's some players that have to get tapped into to sort of like release that instinct, to bring out that like natural instinct. Where that's where some managers are great at it. Like for example, Fergie, like he could get like I don't know anything out of anyone, anything out of anyone, right? And it might be that skill, like for example Ronaldo, there's so many natural things that come to him before he came to Man U, that if you would have asked, would he end up like that, you would be like, no, I can't see it happening. But some coaches are able to bring it out. So I think Harry Kane, for example, might initially struggled in his career, but I can't dispute that he's a natural finisher because like the stats show his conversion show that he's a natural finisher.
I've got a question.
But then, I keep coming back to it. But then what's the difference between that and Henry?
Do you know?
There's no difference.
Do you know what
he's come into that?
Do you know what else
that level of finishing? He's developed into that level of finishing.
Is it? Now I'm starting to think, right, hearing your argument. Is it the style of finishing that makes you a natural finisher? Because Harry Kane finishes like a natural finisher.
Yes, that's
he does.
He finishes like a natural finisher.
Argue against that.
Yeah.
When he hits that ball, you're like, whoa, where the hell did that come from? Like you gotta be natural to be able to do that.
Yeah.
So is it about the way you finish? Or is it about sort of movement where you're at? Is Sturridge a natural finisher?
Daniel Sturridge?
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
I don't feel like sometimes when I see him one-on-one, I'm not like, he's gonna go and score.
I know he'll score.
In the 93rd minute, I will not put my
are you joking?
Daniel Sturridge.
I will not.
No. You know what I think contribute. I think a lot of things contribute to a natural finisher. One, your movement, one, your ability to some natural finishers are very good at running off defenders.
Yeah.
Like for example, if you see Van Nistelrooy do nothing for 60 minutes before you know it, 62nd minute, like goal.
Yeah.
Like I think there's an IQ element to it as well.
That's my point.
For example,
And you can't develop that.
Sturridge, you can't develop it. But there's different levels of that. I think Sturridge's IQ might not necessarily be up to Van Nistelrooy's level, but I've seen moments where he's done stuff like this, like, so natural.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
But that's why he's pro and I'm not.
Can I
Because he has got that
ability,
ability, but at that level, he's lacking. At that level, he's lacking. He's lacking that IQ that is actually needed. So that's why he's not natural. He's not a natural finisher.
How is he lacking there?
He's not natural. Let me tell you why. Firstly, the guy instantly he hasn't because he's not starting for Liverpool.
Yeah, but that's injury.
He's not
That's injury. That's 99% injury.
But like, even if he weren't injured, he
Nah,
would
he'll be fine.
There's so many
He's way too good.
You're not
He's
start.
way too good.
Even when he wasn't injured,
Yeah, but
Origi was starting before him.
that's because he wasn't fit enough.
Origi scores goals.
No, but he wasn't fit enough. Like,
But
I think there's too many contributing factors. We can go back to the Henry argument. The reason why people might be like, I don't know if he's a natural finisher or not, is because apart from finishing, he offers so much more that might exclusively make him just a natural finisher.
So he doesn't look.
Henry, very like he doesn't have to necessarily be around the box. He used to dribble, score. Sturridge, for example, there's so many variable factors that are influencing his starting position in the squad that you can't really say that if he was a natural finisher, he would be starting, or they wouldn't be looking for a striker. There's so many things involved.
You're right. You're right about that. But for me, you know that Sturridge needs to be one in the right place on that within that box, not to score a goal.
Not really. No.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Would you say
I'm sorry. So if that ball is not on his left foot,
would you say that he was?
listen, you lot have selected one decent, nice finish by this guy. Wait, no, because I'm gonna compare it to other natural finishers that we are talking about here in the league. We're talking about people like Aguero. We're talking about people like Henry. There's all kind of goals they were scoring. I can't say that about Sturridge.
What he done?
No, I can't say that about Sturridge. You can't say. You know why? You know the only reason why they're saying that? Because he had one decent season with Suarez and he scored nice goals in that season. Now all of a sudden, take that season. Take that season out.
So do you watch
Sturridge? No, I'm not saying he's a rubbish player.
No, I'm not talking about it.
I'm not saying anything like that. But what I'm saying is take that season. All Liverpool fans and everyone that rates Sturridge, take that season that he's done amazingly out of his career.
No, it's not that. You know
and what you actually really left that as a natural striker.
I get what you're saying here, but what I'm talking about is the way you do things as a player. The way he does things, there's no way he's not a natural.
Yes, the way he does things with his left foot. That's it.
Yeah, I think
The way he does things with his left foot.
Robbie Fowler was
Robbie Fowler had a head on him. He will score. He will dive. Flying headers, all sorts. Tell me when Sturridge scored a flying header from anywhere.
I understand that.
I think Sturridge is a natural.
I think he's a natural.
Robbie Fowler.
Okay, I think
in the same league as natural
again
striker.
with the natural. I think with the natural finisher argument, you can't necessarily compare Van Nistelrooy and Sturridge. Like there's a clear gap. The quality, you know.
But that's the level we're talking about.
But it doesn't necessarily negate the fact that Sturridge is a natural finisher because one, I think if you take away the Suarez season, we can talk about so many things that influence Sturridge's career. But if we were to look at the goals he scored as the space he finds, don't get me wrong, Sturridge doesn't necessarily I'm not his biggest fan, but if you were to put him in front of goal, he's gonna finish it.
Right, I've got some names, right? I want to know whether they're natural finish or not. So first of all, there's a guy on Twitter that I'm so sorry but I can't say his name. Something out there. But he said Frank Lampard, natural finisher. I don't know what to say because boy,
Frank Lampard.
I don't know what to say.
That's a good shout.
It's a good shout. You can't dismiss it. You can't actually
he's got a
dismiss
lot
it.
of deflected goals.
Oh my god.
You know what? Frank Lampard. I had to give it.
But you're a Spurs fan, so I don't know how to take it.
No, we're not comparing it to other players, and I'm gonna say other English players.
Yeah.
He's a natural finisher. Frank Lampard is a natural finisher. I know they're not even in the same era or age or anything like that, but
I think it's a different debate. I think if you were to talk about Yeah.
Obviously, he's not a
there's a difference
striker,
between there's a difference between being a goal scoring midfielder and a great one, the best England's ever had, and being a natural finisher. There's a difference, man.
So what were we saying?
Because if Arsenal put Frank Lampard in front of goal,
you're not sure, innit?
It might go off the keeper's foot. I don't know if it's gonna like put that through clear. You know?
You hit that defender over here.
For me, I think he is. I think his goal tally over his career proves it. Even when he went to.
Well, it's not about being clinical.
It's not. Yeah. But being clinical comes into being a natural finisher.
I reckon it's part.
Yeah. You need to be clinical to be a natural to become a natural finisher. There's
Well,
no
you
way.
give the keeper no chance.
It's like the keeper's gonna
That's
what
Alright, so DB on Twitter is saying Defoe and Rooney.
Everyone has said Defoe. Tottenham fans have been saying this for years.
Do you know what?
It's obvious.
Let me explain
is
this.
a natural finisher.
Can I explain this?
Yeah.
I do believe when Defoe scores a goal, it looks like a natural finisher.
It does, yeah.
But can we actually say Jermaine is a natural finisher?
Oh, man,
can we say this? If you look at his goal, how many times has Jermaine scored more than 20 goals?
He's a one in 3,
right?
right? He's a 1 in 3 striker.
He's a 1 in 3. If Arsenal had Jermaine Defoe over the last 10 years, they would have won like 2. They would have won like 2 leagues.
I don't know.
It's the quality of Tottenham. That's
They would have won the league. You know, when he was playing for Tottenham, Tottenham wasn't even top 4. Even top 5, 6 was even questionable. So that's why they could talk like this. That's why they could talk like this. Listen, if Defoe was at Arsenal in the same period, Arsenal would have won at least 2 years. But then 2 leagues. Two leagues.
But then the reason why I'm not buying that is because we're talking about natural finishing.
Jermaine Defoe is banging goals for Sunderland, bro. Like,
Defoe's a natural finisher. And this is, I think, like when you're comparing, like trying to see, like for example, like the world class debate, for example, if I was to use Aguero and compare him to another world class player, someone.
Or different levels of world class.
Yeah, there's like people might not necessarily be the same. Like natural finisher, Defoe's not up to Solskjaer's level.
But
he's a natural finisher.
He's definitely
Jermaine Defoe is a natural finisher.
He's definitely a natural
really.
Definitely.
He's the first man. He's seen him on a regular basis. He's seen him on a regular basis.
I went to a Tottenham game. Yeah. Don't ask me why I was there, but I was at Tottenham. And Tottenham fans there next to me were saying that they don't like Son. They don't think Son's a quality player. Son.
Do
you rate Son? I rate Son. Tottenham fans. So
he's a good player.
Yeah. So him saying whether he's gone to the games or not, saying that it doesn't matter because I feel like Son's a player.
What about Rooney?
Rooney, like for me even, I feel like Defoe was more of a natural finisher than Rooney.
Yeah, agreed.
Even in Rooney's heyday, Rooney was a world-class striker.
Why is Rooney in the conversation? He's not, he even struggled to be a striker at Man United. So what are we talking about natural finisher?
Because none of your strikers have scored in a Champions League final. Like, so but Arsenal, none of them. So don't say shots at Arsenal.
I've got another one. Hamza says Kane and Lukaku in the last 3 or 4 years.
Lukaku.
In the last 4 years.
Yeah, because his reasoning is he got more non-penalty goals than Kane in the last 4 seasons.
Lukaku.
Yeah. In the last.
I can't believe he's
Who's more of an actual finisher?
No, he's saying both of them have been a.
that's what
he's saying. Hear me out. He's saying 80.
No one. No, Rashford. Lukaku's young.
Rashford?
Yeah, no,
Wait, what, as a natural finisher?
Yeah.
Rashford is a natural finisher.
Neither of them.
No, wait.
Remember their age?
Do you think Lukaku is a natural finisher?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We don't think.
Why?
How old is he? How old?
You know, wait.
And how many years? Look at his stats. How many years has he been banging in goals?
But he's a natural finisher.
Yeah, who's trained him to bang in goals? He ain't just come from like Ronaldo, ran midfield, and then stuck him up front years later after Fergie developed him.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but you cannot be a natural finisher and have a dead first touch. It can't happen.
Wait,
Not one of you mentioned Rashford. Right now,
natural finisher, right?
Of course he is. He's a
I don't
kid.
think
Man banging for England at how old? Man banging for United at how old? His first game was banging.
I don't
He's got more to prove.
It's too early.
No,
to
he's
say
too
that.
early.
I disagree.
No,
I disagree.
Because you man say
No, I'll tell you why I
natural
disagree.
finisher, yeah? Not developed player.
Yeah, but natural
But he's
finisher,
a
like I
natural
said,
finisher,
you can be a natural finisher. You can tell. You can tell from when he's 17.
The reason why I'm on the fence is because I think he
I'm an
can.
Arsenal fan, I don't like none of them. But, straight up.
But I agree with that
I don't
because
know.
I understand him because, like I said, you can tell from day one.
Yeah.
You can tell from day one whether someone's a natural or not.
And Lukaku, I did not tell from day
Yeah,
one,
man,
day
yeah.
2, or day 3.
Wait,
I'm on the fence.
100%.
can I say
You can't say he's
something?
not. Man's come on the scene straight away. Lukaku, remember his age, young. Man's been scoring from day. From day.
Lukaku's been clinical, but he's certainly not a natural
Is he?
finisher.
You know, is he clinical though? Is he?
He's consistent. He's consistent.
It's not even clinical.
He's consistent.
Fair enough.
It's weird because, like, for example, if you're playing for Everton, for example, Everton, you can afford, especially because Everton, let's say, a decent
Amazing.
season.
Really?
Now,
Oh yeah,
you're always going to
everything's
get
going for you.
everything's going
Yeah,
for you.
yeah.
But whereas if you're going to like Man United, Arsenal, like there might not be as many chances.
Yeah. That's what.
You might have a nice one, yeah?
That's what I said about United signing, right? When you're playing at Real Madrid and you've got a chance 89th minute and you need that goal, I'm not looking at Lukaku to
Yeah, I'm not looking at Lukaku.
I'm so sorry. I don't want him to get that chance. I'd rather Rashford got that chance. Anthony lyrics, they're saying Henry and Drogba.
Drogba. It took him 2 seasons to
way.
get going.
No
No
chance.
way.
I'm not having that. No way. No way.
If Lukaku's not there, forget it. Drogba's not there.
No way, Drogba.
No way. What?
Drogba's
Nah,
not there.
forget that.
You know what, yeah? I still believe, I still believe that we've still got a difference in the meaning of a natural
How? Okay,
finisher.
go on.
Because,
Go on, I'm here.
Drogba,
Yeah.
obviously we all know he was a late bloomer. Like we all know that because he wasn't banging goals till he was like 28. Like God knows when he played Chelsea, that's when he started scoring goals. But guys,
Alright, cool.
I as a United fan have experienced what a natural finisher like Drogba can do.
Wait. Drop.
To a club.
I don't see like that.
Wait,
Go on.
wait. What this guy, the kind of goals this guy has scored, yeah, you have it's natural. This is where it comes, and this is where it's quality, but this is where it comes, yeah. That I believe you can develop it. It can come, and I believe it came late to him to finish like that. Because this guy, at the end of his career, was now taking free kicks for Chelsea. The guy was doing all sorts. That is for me a natural finisher. He's developed it over time. I'm sorry, he's developed it over time. No one can tell me, yeah, that is. Huh?
Then it didn't come natural.
No, but
He developed into a world-class finisher. He's certainly not a natural finisher.
Yeah.
Wait, but then are you going to tell me that, as I said before, Ronaldo's not a natural finisher? Ronaldo did not have that finishing that he has today at United when he first came
He's
to
a
United.
world-class finisher. He's clinical, but he's not a natural finisher.
Ronaldo did have it.
I feel like
He's clinical.
I think a lot of things like Ronaldo can do is due to training, to be honest. But
then it doesn't become natural.
It's not
to
a
him.
bad thing.
It doesn't become natural to him.
it might be actually that's a
It doesn't become natural to him.
But like that's practice. Like
Yeah,
in
that's
football,
practice.
if a winger's going to take a cross, then obviously it's going to
Yeah,
come
the more you
naturally
practice,
because
the more you practice, the better you get. Or you've got someone like Beckham who can just do it.
So I feel like we're missing out people like Torres.
Yeah, I was about to mention him. So Dan Tyrell on Twitter said Torres, but
I think he's natural.
is he natural?
He's natural.
Because
Actually,
before
he was scoring.
no, he's only getting 15 league goals a season.
He was young.
But he was 18. He was
Yeah.
17, 18.
The potential was there.
Yeah, he's a
And when
natural.
he went to Liverpool,
Okay,
What?
let's
he just
Okay.
liberated.
I've got something.
He's going to say something.
Competition.
Wow.
I've got something. Wait, we're gonna stick on Torres, yeah?
Alright, cool. Oh, here we
You
go.
lot said he's natural.
Yeah.
If it's natural, what happened with his finishing?
It's
When he went to
injuries, man.
Chelsea?
That's normal, bro.
What happened?
Confidence as well.
What happened? He's a natural striker.
So are you
Come on,
saying-
guys,
are you
he's
saying-
natural.
are you saying
So
you can't
something
have-
if it's natural, you should be doing it.
Are
The
you
same
saying-
way Ronaldo and Messi are still doing it into their 30s, banging in 40, 50 plus goals a season. What happened? What happened?
Yeah,
What about Michael Owen? Michael Owen's
life
natural.
happened.
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Michael Owen's
No.
natural.
Well,
So what happened to him?
okay, what happened to Michael Owen? Firstly, he went to Real Madrid, and well, you're gonna compete. Who was he competing then?
R9.
He's still playing.
R9.
No, he's still.
Right.
Yeah, but
Like all these
No, but
man,
he played.
who are legends.
He played
Mind
enough.
you,
No,
they're
but
legends.
but he played enough, and he scored enough goals.
Yeah, but Michael Owen for me, yes, he was a natural striker, but one, he had injuries. I had an injury, and secondly, he was playing with the best strikers
So you
of all time, arguably.
Is it me or arguably you just like sort of counted your point?
No, because I'm sorry, I don't feel like saying that Torres' injury is why he's not scoring goals. I'm sorry, I won't take that for Torres. I can't take that for Torres.
I guess you have.
I can't take that for Torres.
I guess-
You're saying he's a natural striker, and yet he's not.
And even at
He's got-
Chelsea, he didn't really get a run of games.
Why is that? You're a natural striker. You should be scoring.
A lot of it definitely have to do with his injuries and his confidence.
Yeah, absolutely.
Confidence, exactly.
I feel like-
Confidence, but if it's natural, it should be there. Confidence shouldn't be. That's what differentiates these guys to the rest.
Yeah.
That their confidence is on point. So for me, I'm sorry guys, Henry is definitely
So-
going back to my friend. Henry is definitely
Cunningham.
natural.
Who? Laurie Cunningham back in the days.
He's
When he trained with Real Madrid, they broke up his leg.
he's a natural striker. He played for Villa as well. Did he play for Villa? Or was
He came from this country.
Yeah, he came from he went to Real Madrid.
That was before Premier League era, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
it was
Yeah,
before
but
Pro-
black man them never get nothing back in the days. Then the first one was Clyde Betts in the 70s.
Yeah.
Right, went played for West Ham. You understand me? In 76, 77, something like that.
Yeah.
Come on, Star. We have some beautiful stories.
Who else you got in mind?
We did.
What about Les Ferdinand?
Yeah, let's find out then later on.
Oh, yeah. Was he a natural finisher?
He came with instinct.
Yeah. Was he a natural finisher or not really?
I don't know. Did they build him up? Because that one, what's his name? The one you were just talking about. You scored his name.
Yeah, right.
He comes from Poland. He come from. He's got the name as one of them big proper footballers. What's his name again? You just
Ronaldo.
called his name.
Oh, right.
Ronaldo.
Oh, yeah.
They trained him to look like that.
Oh, right.
Look at the
Okay,
training.
okay.
Look at they build him up.
Yeah.
Come on. Remember the one before that? You had another Ronaldo from Brazil, and he was skinny when he first started. They built him up like a muscle man.
The best ever.
Huh? Is that what you're saying? That can be another.
Pele was the best footballer ever.
I'm with you actually, but that's going to be another.
Who's the best
Right?
player?
Thank you very much.
Pele
Just keep
was
that to yourself. Just keep that to yourself, please. Just keep it to yourself.
Yeah, who was the best player?
That's another debate.
So Musa Okonga is saying that it's a photo finish between Ruud van Nistelrooy and Robbie Fowler. They almost seem to enjoy seeing the whites of the keeper's eyes.
What, as the ultimate, as the best?
Yeah, so I'm gonna follow that up and ask, so who are your top 3 natural finishers in the Premier League? Of all current and of all time, so it can be from now and, you know. I'm gonna start off Robbie Fowler, Ruud van Nistelrooy. Struggling here.
Can I say man? Because there's a name that.
Let him finish his.
You know why? What I say
Nah,
man?
wait.
Because
Nah, number 1 has got to be Ruud van Nistelrooy for me, and then Robbie Fowler's number 2.
He's number 3.
I want to hear this.
I'm not going for Henry, no way.
Oh,
I'm not going for Henry.
okay.
Nope. Alan Shearer.
That's who I was gonna
Alan
say.
Shearer.
Yeah.
We missed out on like the best ever. Like in terms of
So
finishing.
Alan Shearer,
Yeah,
definitely
Alan
there,
Shearer, yeah.
definitely there. Alan Shearer was probably.
He's third for me. Robbie Fowler ahead of him. Like some of the things I saw Robbie Fowler do, I was like, you should not be doing that. Like, what are you thinking?
Yeah.
With his right foot and his left foot. And I'm like, nah. You shouldn't be doing that.
Maybe different.
Well,
Nah,
same
I
top 3.
think Alan Shearer's number 1
Yeah.
because I saw he's like the top goal scorer.
Yeah,
in the Premier League.
260 something.
260 goals.
Yeah.
However, Henry actually has the best goal to game ratio.
You're an Arsenal fan, you know.
No, I no, because I'm not gonna lie, I rate Henry. And for you lot to have said in this whole thing that he is not a natural finisher, he was not. I don't know, but anyway, he's second.
Yeah.
And then Van Nistelrooy.
What?
Okay.
Wait,
Van
what?
Nistelrooy.
Henry on top of
To be honest, no. To be honest,
Oh,
it's
wait,
a joint thing. It's a joint. I
No,
can't
it's
really
not.
pick. I can't
Right,
really pick.
fair.
It's a
That's
joint
your
thing.
opinion.
But I'll say outrightly,
Yeah.
natural finisher in the Premier League
Yeah.
has to be Alan Shearer.
Yeah, that's Alan Shearer. Yeah.
Mine's going to be controversial.
Oh,
I
default.
highly rate this guy.
I'm not having
Number 3 is going to be Sergio Aguero. And the reason being with Sergio Aguero, right, is you can rely on Aguero whether he's in form, off form. There was only a small period last season where he was off form and
he was still scoring.
Yeah, but at times he wasn't scoring as much as he should. I think Aguero should have had a 30-goal season. I think he should have scored 30 goals, but permitting the fact that he hasn't had an injury-free season is the only reason why we haven't seen Sergio Aguero score 30 plus goals. So that's my reason. Yeah.
That's
number two.
It's not in mine.
Well, because he's not like
he has the goals, like the seasons that he's had, is the injuries that certain players. So
2 and 1, I don't know, but it'd be Fowler and Shearer. Robbie Fowler, right? Like, he was one of the first strikers I can remember in the Premier League, and honestly, Robbie Fowler scored every single time.
Yeah, it seemed like it.
It was just unbelievable. The finesse of his goals were just absolutely amazing. Like, I understand Alan Shearer. He scored free kicks. He scored from 30 yards. He could score from 5 yards. Left foot, right foot. But there was a way Robbie Fowler finished that. Pretty much, I can honestly say I don't think I've seen. Maybe Henry in terms of the finesse of goals, but Robbie Fowler was just an unbelievable natural finisher, and that's why it's very close between him and Shearer, because Shearer's got a lot of goals and you can't count that out. So.
Yeah, that's what the me does it. The amount of goals.
Tough man. I think. Number 3 for me. I feel to add an Arsenal player, but I'll be on back. I think number 3 probably be Robbie Fowler. I think number 2 probably be Alan Shearer. Number 1 Van Nistelrooy.
Okay, good stuff.
Okay.
Because I think reason why Van Nistelrooy, because like if we were to talk about naturally, if Van Nistelrooy didn't have finishing, he would be a waste man.
Yeah. I like that. It's true. It's true.
That's what
that
in terms of like,
his home.
in terms of just like physically, he wasn't like, it's weird. Like he wasn't necessarily that strong. He wasn't that fast. But put him in front of goal, he could be sleeping and like so bad. So I've got to give it to him.
What about Suarez? Was he a natural?
Suarez?
I remember early on in his career,
he struggled.
It wasn't.
But that, maybe he was just adapting to the league rather than not being a natural finisher.
Because I think when you look at Suarez, like, I think some players the penny just drops. With Suarez, it wasn't necessarily a case of him like coming in as like prolific, but he had that thing where he felt important to the team. Like Liverpool played a way that just complemented him. He was just like, reaching the stage of his peak. So that's when the penny dropped to him. Everything was all around, like, got to a level where he was world class. But I don't think he when he came into the league, I was thinking, he's prolific, he's going to be a natural.
Right, so because we've got this on camera, just know at the end of the season we're going to come back to this.
Oh no.
So who do you think will have a better season out of Lukaku and Lacazette?
Shall I tell you the truth?
I'm going to go back to it. So tell me the truth. I want to come back to you in May.
Lukaku's going to score more goals.
Whoa.
Than Lacazette. He's going to have a better season in general. Even assists, he's going to have more assists. He's going to have covered more kilometers. He's going to have more titles to his leg. In every way, Lukaku will be Lacazette. Like, let me tell you why. One thing actually matters as well. If Sanchez leaves Arsenal, that's certainly gonna happen. What I've just said. If he does, if he stays, they might be. But if Sanchez goes and there isn't someone that is providing,
that's why Ozil was there, right?
No, you can't rely. He's an Arsenal fan. You rely on Ozil.
No, but if he's got movement in front of him, he doesn't know.
For me, I just feel Lukaku is going to step it up now.
If
coming to a club the size of United,
I can't see it.
If Arsenal keep Ozil, Lacazette's gonna have a better season. Let's not forget Ozil at Real Madrid. And how many goals he assisted Ronaldo, because Ronaldo had the movement.
That was at
Lacazette has got the movement. He needs runners. Giroud is not going to help Ozil. That's not his game. Ozil needs a striker.
Sanchez did it this season. Yeah. Sanchez was playing up top.
Yeah, exactly. And I
Can
think.
I argue?
Yeah, go on.
For like, I'll let you finish.
Yeah.
I think if you look at Sanchez wasn't necessarily running off as much as people like to think. I think Lacazette runs off a lot more than Sanchez. Sanchez, I've seen Sanchez play a striker and be deeper than the likes of Xhaka. Like he loves to come and collect the ball. So like, I agree with you.
Yeah. Definitely. Lukaku, my issue with Lukaku is fans are looking at he scored a what? 25 league goals, right? And when you look at the United midfield, they have got better players, right? But let's look at United and the way they played last season. There was no fluidity. But
they might have that now without Ibrahimovic because of the movement. Yeah. That might improve.
I hope so. If there is fluidity, then there's a chance. But for me, Lukaku, I just do not think he's going to score as many goals. And for me, I think Lacazette is going to score more. I think Lukaku is going to struggle.
Can I just say something? I missed this out. I'm not agreeing with the price tag. That's the first thing I should say.
But I don't agree
with that price tag at all. I just wanted to put that. Because we've all skipped that. Like we're trying to dodge it. Like the price tag was outrageous.
75.
75.
Going down to 90.
And then what else? Rooney. And then like 15.
I think United are paying half of Rooney's wages. You know. Something like that.
Listen.
But he's on 150.
Only
He's not going to take
will
150
do that.
at Everton.
Only Mourinho. But like I'm just saying he's played in the Premier League. He knows what it is. He knows what it's about. He knows the teams. He knows what level he has to be playing at. I just think he's already got a head start.
He certainly does. He definitely does.
It's gonna take a lot for Lacazette to come into the Premier League and say,
but he's a natural finisher though, isn't he?
Lacazette?
Yeah.
I haven't seen enough of him for me to say.
So. He knows where to go.
He knows where
a lot of penalties though.
But I will say this: Lukaku, I predict he's going to struggle next season.
When he gets more and then bubbles up his own.
I feel like, you know, people might be joking about it, but
it's obviously it's true.
His first touch is horrendous. Like,
flip me. It's a pass.
Just like, and I think also the way Man United play isn't necessarily that attacking for him to benefit so much, like get so many chances. And I feel he's the type of striker that needs quite a few chances. Also, so just to go back to your point, when I think you said it, where you said that Lukaku might be running a lot more than Ibrahimovic.
Yeah.
But just because you run a lot more doesn't necessarily mean you make smarter runs. Because Lukaku, I've seen Lukaku's positioning be on like the flank when like.
But that's with Everton though, where he felt like he had to do more.
Yeah, but at the same time, like for me, don't get me wrong, I think he will develop to be a very, very good striker. But next season, like I personally don't think Man United will sort out the way they play by next season. I feel like there's still question marks over the midfield. I think he plays slow as well.
No, you're right.
Also, I think Lukaku as well. I think playing for Man United and playing for Everton is different things, man. No matter how much he might want it, like he's gonna come across things that because in Champions League as well. Because now, so many things.
Because now, if he misses a one-on-one. The whole world will talk about it for at least 4 weeks. Whereas at Everton, you probably go and sort another two.
What's going to be interesting now, I actually need to check this, is how many goals and how he done the season before. Because everyone is looking consistent. Everyone is looking at last season.
No, he's got 1 or 2.
Because last season everyone's going by that for me. And I feel like if I offered, or if Lukaku was offered to him or him. Even you, the season before, you lot would have taken him.
Yeah, we would have.
You would have taken him. Don't lie.
I would take him.
You would have taken him.
On potential.
Exactly.
Yeah, on potential.
So, he is a good striker.
He's a 1 and 2 striker. My issue is, when you go, first of all, the pressure of playing for a bigger club, right? I've seen, you lot might laugh, but I've seen so many players come to Liverpool and said, yo, it was different. Downing, he said, yo, it was different. I couldn't have had the pressure. That's why I think Lacazette will do better because I feel like he's more of a natural. Like he knows where the goal is. He's got, and the pressure isn't the same. There's no pressure on him. You know, I played like you finishing top 4 and United finishing top 4 is different. There's no pressure on him to like 20 goals a season. I think you have no problem with that. Whereas Lukaku, everyone, and the price tag is what? Everyone is looking at Lukaku.
The price tag.
Look at what happened to Pogba. Like, bad pass, everyone gets onto it. That's what's going to happen. Miss one chance, if he starts off badly, he might be done.
Yeah. All I'm going to say is, Lukaku, come on, do it for me because I don't look like it.
We've got
Lacazette's got it.
Great.
Lacazette's got it. Spurs fans even
All
agree
day
with
you've just been on me, just guy with the opposite.
Alright guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget you can have your say. We're on Twitter, FootySays, Instagram, FSgram, on Facebook, FootySays, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Thank you.